Victims and their families were escorted into a Paris courtroom at the start of the trial into the January 2015 Paris attacks. 14 people are accused of helping 3 gunmen who carried out the assaults that killed 17 people. 11 were in court, 3 are being tried in absentia. Some could face life in jail. Saeed and Sherif Kouachi shot dead staff at the offices of the satirical newspaper Charlie Hebdo and a policeman outside. They claimed the attack in the name of Al-Qaeda. France's former anti-terrorism prosecutor described arriving at the scene.
There was a very powerful silence. The smell of blood and gunpowder overwhelmed the building. The editorial room was carnage. It was no longer a crime scene. It was a war zone with bodies piled up, one on top of the other. It was frightening.
In the 2 days that followed the Charlie Hebdo attack, Amedy Coulibaly, who had pledged allegiance to ISIL, shot dead a policewoman and 4 Jewish people in a kosher supermarket. Police killed Coulibaly just hours after officers tracked down and killed the Kouachi brothers who'd been on the run. Prosecuting lawyers said the violence would not have been possible without help from the accused. A lawyer for one of the defendants, though, said France's intelligence services had to bear some responsibility.
This would not have happened if the intelligence services had not stopped watching the Chouaki brothers and Amedy Coulibaly. And also the real accomplices are not prosecuted. Those who supplied the weapons are not being prosecuted in this trial.
The attackers targeted Charlie Hebdo because the newspaper had repeatedly published cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad, drawings that it's decided to republish on its front page to mark the start of the trial. Some say that's a provocation, but lawyers for Charlie Hebdo say it's an expression of freedom of speech.
This is the spirit of Charlie. To refuse to give up our freedom, give up our laughter or our freedom to criticize or blaspheme. Because if we give those, we face a very bleak future for our children.
Hundreds of witnesses will be called to testify over the next 2 months, including survivors. 5 years on and emotions are still raw, memories painful, but their hope is that justice will be served. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.